North Shore, nine-term Congressman John Tierney loses to a political newcomer in the 6th District race.
The upset now pits the Iraq War veteran Seth Moulton against former State Senator Richard Tassay for that congressional seat. VB talking with a man of the morning now live at our Beacon Hill studio.
Man of the day, Gino. You're not kidding. You pick up your Boston Globe. There's Charlie Baker. There's Martha Coakley. And the third man pictured, there is Seth Moulton. Seth, congratulations. How does it feel this morning?
Thanks. It feels great. I mean, the voters have spoken loud and clear. They want change. They want new leadership. And I'm proud to be the Democratic nominee for the 6th District.
Seth, I wondered if you would frame the front page of the papers, but the Herald isn't you. It's John Tierney, and it says gone. Isn't part of the story here not so much you, but so much him and how much people disliked him?
Look, I think what the voters want is new leadership. They know that Washington is broken and that we need to get Congress back to work, and we just need to get some fresh ideas and some new leaders down there to make a difference. I'd also say a lot of people think it's time for a new generation of leadership in Washington.
You know this full well, though, Seth. I'm an unenrolled voter up in that area. I took the Democratic ballot specifically to vote against John Tierney. Your challenge is going to be to get me to vote for you again in the general election. How do you do that?
I got to work hard to earn the trust and support of all the voters in the district, and I'm going to work hard to do that, and we're starting this morning. So the new campaign starts today. Voters want new leaders. They don't want someone who was first elected to political office when I was 6 years old. There's so much work to do to bring jobs back to the 6th, to ensure educational opportunity for all, to protect women's rights, and to take care of our veterans. And I'm going to show the voters and earn their support and prove to them that I'm the best candidate to do that.
When did you finally know last night that you had pulled this thing off? And was your first reaction, oh my God, I pulled this thing off?
Look, Congressman Tierney was kind enough to call and left me a very gracious message. I actually missed his call, but he called at 9:15 and said that he conceded the race. And you know, it was a little bit of a shock, but at the same time, having gone around the district and met so many voters over the past few weeks and over the past year of this campaign, I knew that voters wanted change. And so at the end of the day, the results reflected what I heard on the campaign trail.
Seth, you won by 8 points, 49-41. And for those of us that pulled the ballot, his name was first on the ballot. Yours was 5th. People had to look for your name and then line it up to fill in the circle. If your name had been first and his had been 5th, what would the margin have been? 15?
Look, I don't know about that. I just know that that voters, made clear that they want new leadership, they want change, and I'm so proud to have their support. And I'm going to make sure that I keep building on that and have enough support to win the general election in November.
So you're an Iraq War veteran, of course. I'll use a military analogy for you. You won a battle yesterday, but you got to win the war. Richie Tassay is now your opponent. What separates you from him, and how do you let people know that you're both just not new faces and pick one of them?
Well, there's a lot that separates us, and I look forward to the debates, to talking about the issues, to talking about what it means to be a Democrat who wants to bring new jobs to the district, to take care of women, to protect their rights, and to help restore a Democratic majority to Congress. I think at the end of the day, Massachusetts voters are more in line with the Democratic Party, and that's part of the message here. But it's also that we need new leadership in Washington, and you simply don't get new leadership by electing someone who was first elected to political office when I was 6 years old.
Republicans have done historically pretty well in that district. Your opponent in the primary went to great pains to tell the Democrats you weren't a real Democrat. Do you have some work to do with your base as well?
Well, I think voters could see through that ad. I mean, the Salem News called it repugnant. I think that was some unfortunate Washington politics, but we're moving past that. I think Democrats know who I am and what I stand for. I'm going into Boston today to take part in the Democratic Unity Breakfast to bring everybody together and ensure that we win in November.
I'll tell you what, Seth, we tell people we want them to get involved. We want them to be part of this, whether they ever have been or not. You never were. You decided to throw your hat in the ring. You shocked the world last night. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm proud to be here.
All right, there he is, Seth Moulton, Democratic candidate for Congress in the 6th District. Shannon and Jean, still a shocker. I got to be honest with you. You got to give it to the man.
Good to hear from him this morning. BB, thanks.